Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're doing well. This is Dr. Hope Watts coming to you again to give you some friendly updates. Hopefully, your week was wonderful and you're here to get extra information. Today, I thought that we would just do something a little fun. Our last topic was a little heavy, so we'll do something a little fun, a little lighter. So, we will just wait a few minutes to see how many people are still trying to get on. And um, weather is really nice here. It went up to 78 today, so it's pretty hot. So I'm kind of a little wearing something that's a little lighter. And hopefully, but we haven't had a lot of rain. So hopefully, your weather has been fine. I know on the East Coast, some parts of the East Coast have had some flooding, and but hopefully yours has been fine. And hi, Pam. How are you today? Thank you for tuning in. We're just waiting for other people to get on board, and we'll start shortly. Just talking about the weather here. It is 78 degrees. It wasn't that warm not too long ago because I'm in New Hampshire. So um, things are going along a lot better. And I told everyone before that we're going to do a lighter topic this time. Last time was a little heavier, so we're going to do a lighter topic this time. Um, Weather is really good. It's 78 degrees now, so it's pretty nice out there. So it's pretty warm. So we'll just give people a few more minutes, and hopefully, hi Jillian, good to see you again. Hopefully, you've been doing well and the weather has been doing good. Um, I was just telling everyone that the topics we did last week was a little heavy, so I'm going to try a lighter topic today. And we're just waiting for a few more minutes for people to just kind of, you know, come on in and so we can get started. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes and we will get started today. So hopefully your week went well. And and things are sometimes harder to kind of wrap your mind around it when there's so much going on in society. Some very heart wrenching things have happened this week, and have just given me a room for pause about where we're going. So hopefully, I can give you some other things to think about today. So let's get started. My name is Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, speaker, health coach, and lifestyle manager. My purpose in life is to honor God in all that I do, and I feel that I'm honoring you by sharing what I have and what I know. So today we're going to talk about the corona belly. And I was talking on the radio a few months ago, and I was asked about the corona belly. I was talking on COVID-19, but I was asked about the corona belly. And I thought to myself, yeah, that would probably be a logical thing to think about because a coronavirus has gotten everybody at home and they can't do anything. They can't go to the gym. And if they have kids at home, they can't really go out as much. So, yes, I could think about a corona belly. And I told him that he may want to reconsider what he's doing because his belly is going to get bigger if he doesn't do anything. There are many issues that are facing us with the COVID-19. Many that we could never think of or never even consider because we've never had this before. And the COVID-19 has brought us many issues that we've had to deal with. So, as I said, all the gyms are closed. The Ys are closed because I couldn't get to the Y. I could do walking, and some people didn't have that availability themselves. Now, I need to ask you a question. Have you been watching a lot of stuff on TV? Have you been sitting down a lot? I mean, have you been checking your weight during this COVID season? I understand that some people have gained like 20, 40, even 60 pounds. And the problem is, as people get older, the preferable spot is in your abdomen, or people call it their belly. I think it's just a function of aging, and that's the preferred place. So, because we're in the COVID season, it has been nicknamed the Corona Belly. Let's be clear now. I am not associating the Corona Belly with the drink Corona, okay? And yes, if you've been drinking a lot of alcohol, you're going to still have that abdomen anyway. So let me ask you a few more questions. Have you been going through bags of chips, bags of Doritos, or corn chips and using your salsa with it? My favorite is potato chips. Have you been eating your favorite cookies or cakes? Um, since you're at home, you have plenty of time to eat more. Even if you're working at home, you have time to eat more. Have you been streaming on Netflix? I mean, have you gone through Game of Thrones for the second or third time, or some other favorite Netflix streaming, or some other streaming? So you're sitting down all the time and you're not getting up and moving. Now, don't get me wrong, they do have exercise programs on Netflix and other stations. But my question to you is, what have you been doing? Have you been working? Now, some people have been working at home during this time. Have you been working all day? Some people are working extra hours because they are at home and they may have a different load, or there may be people who are not working anymore. And so they're taking on extra work. And then when you're finished, you're exhausted. You just really want to sit down and chill out. If you've answered yes to any of those questions, or any questions you can think of that are related to that, you have become a couch potato, and you have given the you've given permission to fat to accumulate in your belly, thus causing the Corona Belly. Now, let me ask you another question. Did you honestly think that eating everything you wanted at any time you wanted you wouldn't suffer anything at all? Give me a thumbs up, or you can smile at this point, because definitely eating a lot of comfort foods, and I know a lot of us have been under a lot of stress during coronavirus. There's a lot of anxiety associated with it. People's families have been torn apart. Some people have had the coronavirus and have suffered greatly. And so a lot of times people just kind of go to their comfort foods. And I'm one of them too. And so I have to really regulate and really think about what I'm eating. So let's talk about some of those foods you may be eating. And some of those foods are foods that have a lot of sugar in them or highly refined flour. So cakes and cookies, cakes, cookies, pastries, and bagels have all of those foods that you can just eat quickly, but think about what it's doing to your body. Many of these foods taste good, they have flavor, and they've been manufactured to appeal to us. So we're definitely going to take them. Now, I have a question here. What if you have back problems and it hurts to do certain exercise? We're going to get to that. We haven't gotten to the exercise, so we're going to get to that a little later. These foods that we talked about are very common, and we don't even think about it. But they are not helping us, and especially if we're sitting down all the time, we are going to gain weight. Other foods that we can be we don't even think about: sugary beverages, sodas, juices, and where I live at, sweet tea is the rage. Everybody drinks sweet tea, and it's full of empty calories. It has a lot of calories, but it has no nutritional value, and you can serendipitously continue to drink those because they're like comfort foods, and you can really gain weight from that. And the pounds just kind of pile up, and you're not even aware of it. And you need to remember that what your body does not use, um, it will get stored as fat, and that's for anything. So if you overeat certain things, and sometimes it's not even overeating, if you do a combination of things, you can gain weight. The other thing are highly processed foods. In our country, we have a lot of highly processed foods. We have cereals, we have Fruit Loops, we have all kinds of foods that don't have a lot of nutritional value. And those include burgers and fries. There are so many calories in burgers and fries that when I calculated how many calories there are, for some people it's enough calories for a whole day. Microwave dinners, they can also give you, they put a lot of extra processed foods in there, a lot of cornstarch, which is a carb, extra carb, and you can inadvertently, if you're doing a lot of them, have excess calories and gain weight. Also, these highly processed foods are usually very unhealthy. They have a lot of ingredients in there that you may not even be able to pronounce. And they have ingredients in there that can be harmful to you. A 2019 study showed that people who ate more highly processed foods were very, very, very highly at risk for gaining weight. Another condition that we've talked about briefly is a sedentary lifestyle. And sedentary means you're just sitting down all day. And that can come with your job. You can be sitting down all day working on the computer at work or at home. And when you finish, you could be staying at home, sitting down, watching TV. Other things that can contribute to that are driving. If you're driving an hour to work, you're sitting down at work, you drive another hour, and then you go and watch TV, you've been sitting all day. And they are showing that people who stand up for the good portion of their day do not gain as much weight as people who sit down. So that's something you may want to think about if you have a job like that. So let's talk about healthy ways to get back on track. Let's talk about your meals. Do you skip breakfast? I know people tell me I don't like breakfast and I'm not hungry at that time. And I'm full and I can't eat anymore. And that could be depending on what time you ate dinner the night before. But I would say if you're going to eat a bagel with an egg and ham, you can eat it, but probably throw away half the bread so you're not taking in as many calories. Donuts and muffins, they are notorious for tasting good. I can attest to that. Be careful how many you eat, though. You could, if you're making them at home, you can make omelets. There. Hi, Yolanda. How are you? Good to hear. Good to see you here today. And hello, Bruce. How are you? We're talking about the COVID belly and things we can do to avoid gaining a lot of weight. So you can make your own omelets, and now they have recipes online to make your own mini omelets in a muffin tin. So you can grab a few of those, and won't have a lot of calories. You can prepare them ahead of time, keep them in the refrigerator, and you have a nutritious meal. You can have a smoothie with it or something else. So for lunch and dinner, I would recommend a salad. A salad gives you a lot of fiber, a lot of veggies, and it'll fill you up so you won't be snacking all the time. And you can do this at lunch or dinner. And some people don't even add a carbohydrate, such as rice or beans or anything like that. They can all you can also do the riced cauliflower. that can take the place of the rice, the pasta, or the potatoes. And it's a healthy choice. You can make a pilaf with that, and you put your onions in it, green peppers or whatever, or red peppers, whatever you like. And it makes a very tasty side dish with less than half the calories. Chickpeas are also good. If you know how to cook them, and season them up real good, they add a lot of fiber and they taste really delicious. Okay, so the thing that I want to leave you with is have protein with every meal. And I think in our country, a lot of those foods we talked about, such as the bagels and the muffins and things like that, they make it seem as if that's a meal that you can have. But when you eat that, some people get a sugar rush just from eating that. And I've noticed the muffins and the bagels are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So do yourself a favor, eat half the bagel and have some protein. That could be bacon, or it could be ham, or it could be a leftover from last night. So the good sources of protein are fish, chicken, turkey, beef, and pork. And I think there are sausage in all of those except for maybe fish. And you can take your pick of which sausage you like and which brand you like. Kind of cut back on the salt though. Prepare your foods with healthy fats. Extra virgin olive oil is always a top choice. Some recommend coconut oil, although all the research has not been done yet. Grass-fed butter is good because the butter that you're getting, it's from a cow that has not been fed all the hormones and all the antibiotics and all those kinds of foods that make for an unhealthy cow. And so you're going to get the best of the best with that kind of butter. Hello, Dr. Sharp. Glad to see you here today. We're talking about the Corona belly and how to get around gaining weight during the COVID season. Also, I implore you to read all the labels. Labels are very important. As we talked about, many of the ingredients in our foods have things in there we can't even pronounce. We've never seen before. We don't even know what it can do. And to be honest, the FDA doesn't really monitor all that stuff. And I don't think the preservatives and things like that, all of the research has been done on them. So please avoid them at all costs. So let's talk about snacks. Healthy snacks include lots of certain nuts: almonds, pecans, walnuts, macadamia nuts, carrots, and celery. A veggie tray. You can get mini veggie trays with a little dressing already in it. And those are really good snacks to have. Additionally, fruit. I call fruit the original fast food. You can pick up an apple, pick up a banana, and you're on your way. And they keep. So fill your snacking with more healthy foods, and they tend to make you feel a lot better. And you will thank yourself for that. So we're going to talk about exercise now. And as we said, a lot of the gyms weren't open earlier. They are beginning to open again. It depends on your comfort level. I have not gone back to the Y yet because I'm not sure as to how they are really taking care of distancing, sanitizing, and how they're spacing the equipment, frankly. And then in the weight rooms, those weight rooms are packed with people most of the time. And a lot of their classes are packed. So, hi, Dr. Sin. Good to see you. Hi, Elaine. Good to see you. We're talking about the Corona belly, how to lose weight during the COVID-19 times. So I have not gone back to the gym, but I have been walking, and I encourage you to walk also. You can do that. I've been doing it 30 minutes a day and just doing that like 3 or 5 days a week. That comes out to approximately, we want to get you to do at least 115 minutes a week. And that has it's a time for me to just kind of settle down and relax. And some people recommend 10,000 steps a day. I do recommend that. But for weight loss, sometimes patients or people have to do a little bit more than that. So I would say start out doing your 10,000 steps and gradually get up to 16,000 steps. Jogging is another good way to lose weight, and it can be enjoyable too. But if you've not done it before, start out doing a walk run, walk for 10 minutes, run for at least 10 minutes, and just alternate, which or walk for 5 minutes or run for 5 minutes. It is another way to lose weight and keep yourself fit during this time. I like the elliptical also. It is an excellent way to lose weight. You burn up a lot of calories, but it's low impact. And they have various types of ellipticals now. So you can take your pick. Some of these gyms have 2 or 3 types, so you can take whichever one you want. And I prefer not to use the handles. I just do the cycling, and you can get a really good workout. Even in 30 minutes, you get a really good workout. So some people are not able to get any equipment at all. And there are multiple websites that I have found for 30-minute high intensity exercises you can do at home. You are actually sweating when you finish these exercises if you keep up with the group. Some of the older ones are P90X, and they guarantee that after 90 days you will lose weight. I just want to caution you that these exercises are high impact and they are not beginner exercises. So you may want to shy away from them and do other ones online before trying these types of exercises. And Shanti or Beachbody has quite a few exercises or exercise programs that they recommend for everyone. I think since they know people don't have a lot of time to devote to exercise, many of them have toned down the timing for the exercise so you can fit it in during a regular day. Also, there are lots of others. I've Googled multiple ones, streaming on Roku. Take your pick. But I think the main thing is just to do it because we can think, and at least I know I can think of other excuses as to why I can't exercise, but you're going to thank yourself in the very end. So we have talked about the corona belly and how to avoid it during this COVID season. We have also talked about ways to get around it, reminding ourselves that stocking healthy foods are a wonderful way to get around it. And look, I am guilty. I like potato chips, but I have other foods around also that I can use to prevent me from eating a lot of these fast foods or these highly refined foods that are not good for me. So I fall into that category also. We have also stressed making sure that we continue with healthy eating habits or start to put them into practice right now. Sometimes it's hard to build another habit. They say it takes 21 days, but if you're at home, you can always, kind of check it off on your list that day or check it off on your calendar. And so that is something you've accomplished during the COVID-19 season. So I hope this has been helpful, and I am going to entertain questions right now. And I got a question earlier about back problems and certain exercises. Firstly, I think you should consult with your healthcare provider who is treating you for the back issues. Because if you have a condition that's not stabilized or you're experiencing increasing pain, you should definitely contact them because you don't want to injure yourself further with exercising. Walking is an excellent exercise if they say it's okay. And maybe just walking for 10 minutes to start out, just to make sure you're not experiencing any other health-related issue. Any other questions or anything to add? We would love to have some things. We've had some people add other topics that we've talked about in the past. We've actually talked about exercise. We've done an extensive one on exercise not too long ago. And we also talked about intermittent fasting, which is a fascinating topic that quite a few people enjoyed. Um, well, if there are no further questions, we will bring this to a close. And I hope to see you next time. And please like me on Facebook. And I just want to close with I am Dr. Hope Watts, board certified family physician, health coach, speaker, and lifestyle expert. Please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you very much for attending, and I hope what we said has been helpful to you. Have a good week and hope to see you again. Thank you. You're welcome, Pam. I hope that answered your question.